Last week, something completely unexpected happened that's shaking up the entire Ethereum community. But it's not Ethereum. It's Facebook and the React of programmatic money. Kind of. The year is 2012 and Facebook is drowning in its own code. Zuck and friends have pushed Jquery and PHP as far as they can, even writing hip-hop, a PHP to C++ transpiler that compiled PHP code into native binaries to squeeze every ounce of performance from their servers. But it wasn't enough. Facebook's user interface was a nightmare of imperative DOM manipulations, spaghetti JavaScript, and performance bottlenecks that made the newsfeed stutter and chat windows lag. Facebook's front end was crumbling under its own success. Without the ability to manage concurrency in the billions, Facebook would need to develop its own language. And out of that frustration, Jordan Walk creates React, the framework that changes everything. Instead of telling the browser how to update the interface step by step, React let developers simply describe what the interface should look like. The virtual DOM handled the rest automatically and efficiently. Now that invention didn't just save Facebook, it powered the modern internet. Today, apps like Netflix, Instagram, Airbnb all still run on it. React was Facebook's first great gift to developers. But this isn't a story about React. It's about the next React. Introducing Move, a new programming language for smart contracts born out of Facebook's now defunct Facebook Coin project. The year is 2019 and David Marcus, former PayPal, has just been put in charge of a project called Facebook Coin. When they formally announce Facebook Coin as Libra, all hell ensues. Now up until this point, Bitcoin is around 50 grand, far from its highs that we're experiencing right now. Back then, blockchain was still kind of a joke. But now that a FANG was interested, uh-oh. In comes the fulcrum, also known as the political, legal, regulatory, and compliance eye of Sauron. Senate hearings ensue, Elizabeth Warren grills everyone, Jerome Powell expresses deep concerns, and Treasury Secretary Steven Mnuchin calls for investigations. In truth, Facebook was too early, but they did achieve something nobody else could. They got the conversation started among FANGs. This wasn't just some Michael Saylor Bitcoin Rube Goldberg machine anymore. If blockchain couldn't scale, then why was Meta interested? As you know, Facebook Coin, which became Libra, which became Diem, eventually got squashed. But the vision lived on. You see, while Zuck was in the Senate battling senators, Avery Chang and Mo Sheikh were working on making Facebook Coin actually work under the Novi project. In fact, they built their own smart contract language called Move because none of the other blockchains could handle Facebook's scale. At Meta, Avery's job was to be the overall tech lead of all of Meta's batch processing teams, including Apache Spark, graph processing, Facebook Hive and Hadoop, distributed scheduling, and the unified programming model for pipelines. So you might say he was the right person for the job. Move was revolutionary because it treated digital assets as resources rather than just data. In languages like Solidity, you could actually duplicate tokens or lose them forever through programming bugs. Move made this impossible. Assets could only be moved between accounts, never accidentally created or destroyed. It was like having compile time guarantees that your money couldn't vanish into the Ethereum. Turns out the Move programming language might do for programmatic money what React did for web development. Together, Mo and Avery created Aptos, a layer 1 blockchain leveraging the same innovations created at Meta, a consensus mechanism called DMBFT, and the programming language Move for smart contracts, designed to mimic the safety and performance of Rust. Today, after receiving over $350 million from the likes of A16Z, Multicoin, and friends, Aptos is not only a force in the real-world asset space, but also the astronomically profitable stablecoin space, processing thousands of transactions per second with sub-second finality. Now here's the interesting part I learned while writing this. Aptos isn't the only crypto project to be created by ex-Meta talent. You've heard about the surging Sui network? That was created by Evan Cheng, who was also a part of the MetaDM project and is also leveraging the same Move smart contract programming language that Aptos is. And it doesn't just stop there. The popular Opcat proposal on Bitcoin, that's Xiao Hui Lu, also former Meta. Here's the truth. Success leaves clues, and visions don't die when people say no. In fact, it's the people who handle rejection the best who often prosper. Today, after Sheikh's recent departure for personal health reasons, Solomon Tesfaye leads the charge with Avery Cheng. Avery's job is to do what he did at Meta, scale systems to handle billions of operations seamlessly. Move represents something bigger than just another programming language. It's Facebook's second gift to developers. Just as React revolutionized web development by making complex UIs predictable and safe, Move is revolutionizing smart contracts by making digital money safe. The irony is delicious. Facebook's biggest regulatory failure becomes the seed for the next generation of decentralized finance. Libra died so that Move could live. And just like React conquered the front-end world one component at a time, Move is conquering the blockchain world one safe transaction at a time. The revolution that began in Facebook's regulatory grave is building the future of money itself. Oh my god. Are you kidding me? Yo, this is the new way to program. Okay, I have a serious question. Am I an idiot? I have Claude, this is Cursor, but I have Claude. I can use AI over here, or I can use AI over here. What are you? Hold on. Hold on, son. Yo, this is madness. So,
A few moments later.
This is an incredible developer experience. This is an incredible developer experience. Oh my god. Are you kidding me? Yo, this is the new way to program. We got Claude over here. You got Cursor's AI over here, which is ostensibly the same thing, but now I can do two things at the same time. Are you kidding me? Hey Rocky, quick update. So I got the Aptos MCP server installed, and I got the LLM powered MCP Aptos server to create a tutorial. And so far, got everything running, got the demo, And the wallet connect works. Or at least, whatever this step is. Or the connect wallet. What's next? Testnet anyways. Sign and submit transactions. Handle okay. Interesting. That's next.